Meeting number 92 all-time between UCLA and CSUN. Both teams, very good hitting teams, Victoria. It's going to be important to slow the other team down.
And that's exactly what the Bruins want to do. They want to play disciplined defense against this spread offense of the Matadors. Specifically, the Bruins want to be disciplined in their blocking. They want to line up correctly, make sure they establish that block so the back row defenders can dance around there, fill those seams, doing their job.
Good to see Michael Wong-Diallo out there in the middle for UCLA. Hasn't played since January. Theo Edwards, there he is, fourth-year head coach, of course, played for CSUN 15 to 20 years ago as part of that 45-43 set against Pepperdine back in 2007 that held the 19-year-old record in the conference for the longest set. Away we go, backside, Phillips flying high from the back. He can really get up there, flies high from 10 and gets the Matadors on the board. All-American and part of that National Player of the Year watch list.
Matadors wanting to establish Phillips there in the back row. It's so important to have that right back attacker.
Joao Favarim at the service line from left to right as we see it. Bruins have it. Kelly on the left pin. Sharp angle. He knocks it down. Very sharp angle.
Placement not power there by Kelly. That's a heads-up play. It was a little bit too tight to the net, but he was able to find a solution to that set.
Just a remarkable piece to that comeback, that amazing comeback in the Walter Pyramid a week ago. A serve. David Decker.
Great hand on ball by Decker, leading himself on that toss, being able to create that top spin, snapping on top of that ball.
17 aces on the year now for Decker. That's the second most on the Bruins, who get a little bit more than 1 3/4 aces per set as a team. Front row, Doffner, run the middle with Albers, off his fingertips, picked up by Conley. Rama, and into the block, Albers and Avila. It goes down. UCLA coming up with a beef, though.
That first ball side out started with the pass from Jordan Lucas. He's an outside attacker here for the Matadors, but he was the starting libero for Grand Canyon University. When he's in serve receive, he takes such a big role there for CSUN and is so consistent with his passing for the Matadors.
Oh, we're going to have our first green card tonight. Just 4 points in. Take a look if we see anything definitive on replay, but a quick green card for John Hawks. I didn't see a blocker go in the nets. Maybe that was the ball that caused all the movement, but let's see what's being looked at across the way. Looks like the verdict is in. It was a pretty quick look. Oh, they're going to replay the point.
I think that's the right call. CSUN was saying that the ball was down, and the refs were able to go back to that replay system, see that, in fact, it wasn't. Early whistle leading to a replay.
All right, so now this will be the 4th point. Ball taken by Carnizas, the libero on the sideline. Phillips off of 2 blockers, and Jalen Phillips is 2 for 2.
With having Phillips there on the right back attack, he does such a great job of allowing the Matadors to create that spread offense no matter where he's at on the floor.
Hitting .340 on the year, 3.76 kills per set to lead the Big West, closing in on 100 kills on the year, and then the ensuing service error puts the Bruins back on top.
The Matadors have to continue to work for that first ball side out, try and create a first tempo pass.
Here's Sean Kelly, 9 aces on the year. Good rotation on that ball coming to this sideline. Picked up by Avila on the reception. Little tip. Save front row by Decker. Rowe in a back set. Cross court and knocking it down. And Sean Kelly off to a nice start.
Great heads-up set there by Andrew Rowan. Of course, him being able to just feel the play at hand. He saw the chaos on the right side of the floor, kicked it back. Saw the chaos on the left side, kicked it back to the right for Rama.
Getting a very solid .390 within the Bruins' first 10 matches of the season. 3.27 kills per set. Right side, Joao Avila. Nice dig, Conley. Inside of 10, Kelly. That is going to be an overpass and out. So Kelly gets another one. Sean Kelly is 3 for 3. The Bruins have their biggest lead of 3.
Kelly does a great job of just being available, especially in transition. He makes sure that he's on his route every single time, allowing the Bruins to find him consistently. Take a look here. Great swing by the Matadors, but it was the transition play for the Bruins, and Kelly on that big attack, utilizing that quick pick down the middle of the court.
Now, just who you highlighted at the top of the show, Victoria, Sean Kelly and Jalen Phillips combined for all the kills so far. 5 for an errorless 6 between that duo. Front court, Doffner off the soft block, and there's Grayson Albers, very good freshman middle for CSUN, Big West Freshman of the Week a couple of weeks back.
Albers doing a great job of being up for that first ball attack and that first ball side out, establishing the middles early, allows the Pins to have more one-on-one opportunities.
Avila with the serve, Conley on the reception. Left pin, and there is the national kill leader, Zach Rama. 4.6 kills per set, hitting .437 on the year. Gets his first point tonight. Bruins back up 3.
Rama swinging away there with just one blocker up, challenging inside that block.
Michael Wong Diallo at the line. 3 aces on the year for him. Doffner run the middle, Albers. And that's where the Matadors are doing more and more of this year. They're getting more confident with Doffner at the setter position and running the middle.
Albers is a part of the game plan. CSUN wants to establish their middles in serve receive, in transition. Right now, Albers is doing a great job, the redshirt freshman. He stands at 6'7", so that hand-to-ball contact is super high, and he's up in the air on setter ball contact, which allows him to beat that block of the Bruins.
Yeah, 2 viable options for the Matadors in the middle. Albers and Favarim, both very strong middle hitters. Albers at the service line, jump serve to Kelly in the back row. Decker up against 2 blockers and takes a little bit off of it. That's all he had to do, and works it off the block and out. Decker scores.
The block of CSUN was drifting just a bit. You got to be able to stick that block, especially if you're lining up in front of your attacker. You want to make sure you're stopped and press your hands quickly across that tape.
Bruins are 5 for 5 swinging so far in this 3-point lead. Favarim in the middle, denied by Rama and Thorne. Ball drops there on Lucas. Cannot get a swing. Cameron Thorne will in the middle.
Cameron Thorne continues to be such a threat for the Bruins, being able to get up quickly. Standing at 6'4", he's an undersized middle blocker, but he jumps out of the gym and he has such a fast arm, beating any block in front of him.
Bruins came in tonight hitting .430 as a team. Right now they are 6 for 6, leading 8-4. And Phillips off of the wall. That goes for the All-American opposite for CSUN, who goes to 3 for 4. Phillips will be serving.
Great block by the Bruins, lining up, pressing over, but got that tool.
6 aces on the year for Phillips, puts it in play. Thorne, and let's see, that's going to go wide of the antenna and out. Matadors will win that point, pulled to within 2.
Look for the Matadors to continue to play a scrappy defense here and apply that service pressure from the end line. They want to get the Bruins out of system as much as possible.
Jump serve Phillips, and that's not going to make it.
We call that one a box of donuts in the practice gym. If that happens, you got to bring donuts in the next day to practice.
And all you could really do, as they're doing now, is kind of laugh that one off and think about the next point. 9-6, out to the left, Jordan Lucas. That's going to be popped up by Rowan, kept in play. Inside of 10, Sean Kelly dug for the first time, that by Carnizas. Lucas gets the far corner, I think, or does he miss it? He just misses it. Very close, and they're going to play on. They're thinking about a look, but I think they'll pass it up. 10-6 UCLA.
Number 8, libero Carnizas is doing such a great job right now, keeping CSUN alive in transition.
Yeah, that was really close. Looking at the replay there across court, there's Decker. Biggest lead for UCLA of 5 here in this first set.
With Rama at the service lines, the serve receive for the Matadors have to attack this ball out in front.
Rama is going to serve an ace off the hands of Lucas in the back row. A couple of early aces for UCLA, and Theo Edwards has to call his first timeout. And the Bruins are up by a match-high 6 points, 12-6.
Team that reached the Final Four his senior year, leading them in 2010 in kills with 379.
Doffner in the middle, run Favarim. That is picked up by Rama. Nice save there. Kelly dug by Carnizas. CSUN on the move. Doffner to Lucas. Slam it off for 3 blockers. Jordan Lucas, and the Matadors absolutely have to get him going. 30 kills north of 500 in their near upset at USC last week.
Lucas is such a spark plug, and when he is in the zone, it is hard to stop him because of how fast his arm is.
Of course, formerly of Grand Canyon, where he played a little bit of outside and libero, and then transferred, of course, after they unfortunately dropped their program. And Matadors very fortunate to have him as the Bruins go back up 6.
Lucas is currently the reigning Big West Offensive Player of the Week as well.
Played well in that Pepperdine match after the USC match. Doffner backside, Phillips again. He is hitting hard. Jalen.
You have to respect him when he is in the back row offensively. You almost have to commit block on him in system. It's really hard to defend that because he is able to broad jump into that ball, swing fast and hard.
Well, the Matadors as a team out of the gate hitting .429 tonight, yet the Bruins still up a handful. And cross court, there is David Decker, and the Bruins are now 9 for 12 as a team with 1 error. That's .667.
A controlled first ball contact on the side of the Bruins, leading to a one-on-one opportunity for their offense. Rowan doing a great job of just hanging that ball perfectly.
Decker at the line with a 6-point lead to match the biggest lead, and that one is just a little bit long.
Set is currently front row right now for the Bruins. Watch for Rowan to spread that offense pin to pin.
Owen Doffner taking over the setting for CSUN for a great setter previously for the Matadors, Donovan Constable. Doing a nice job, full-time setter this year. David Decker off the wall. 4 for 4 for Decker.
Great high swing there from Decker, attacking high hands. When athletes are able to challenge high and deep, good things happen, not swinging down into that block.
Sean Kelly at the line. Tall toss, leaning into the court, goes the Carnizas. Down the middle, and they run Joel Avila. Part of a tremendous freshman class for the Matadors last year. Him and Favarim, and then what they're missing is Stilian Delabosov, who was one of the great middles in the country last year.
Front loading that right side with those back-to-back sets look really good, allowing that one-on-one. No block there for the Matadors.
Avila serves into the net.
Avila out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, stands at 6'1". Great spark plug there.
Here's the junior Michael Wong Diallo. Front row Doffner, left pin, Lucas cross court. That's off the hands of Kelly into the seats behind us. Jordan Lucas.
Lucas taking full advantage of the seam in that block on the Bruins, being able to have great hand-to-ball contact challenge on the inside. Watches Lucas is able to step close into that seam of the block. Great read.
Albers with 8 aces on the air, puts it in play, overpass, and put it back down by Favarim in the middle of the court. The Matadors are back within 4.
Jordan Lucas is so fun to watch. I mean, he plays with so much like swag and passion and pizzazz. He is a big spark plug defensively and offensively for the Matadors.
441 on the year coming in at 3.5 kills a set, and as we pointed out, the national high 30 kill performance in the 5-setter at USC last week, where he also hit 509. Matadors taking number 4 USC to 15-13 in the 5th. There's an ace down the middle for Grayson Albers. 3-point game.
Great job by Albers, challenging that 5-6 seam right in between Rama and Kelly. Perfectly placed.
51st ace of the year for CSUN. That's just under 1.5%. That one's gonna miss.
I like him challenging that sideline though. That's a great line-to-line serve there, and I believe that'll continue to fall as the game goes on.
And here's the Bruin ace leader, Andrew Rowan, with 20 of them on the season. Good serve, fast to Carnizas, backside, Jalen sky high. This one he misses. On the right sideline, just off the line. And first hitting here for Phillips.
I would consider that an in-system pass. It was a great set, great swing. Phillips wanted to turn it line, just over-rotated just a bit. Watch for Phillips to challenge that line again.
Just our third total hitting error between these two teams tonight. And Phillips will get the serve. This is one of quite a few MPSF versus Big West matchups this week. About 10 of them in total.
And I'll be at one tomorrow night with Hawaii at Stanford. That'll be a fun one.
And match 1 of that series is tonight. Match 2 tomorrow night. Of course, the UC Irvine USC series. Trojans getting the reverse sweep in Orange County the other night. They're in the Galen Center tonight, left side. High off the wall is Jordan Lucas. He knocks it down.
What a great set by Phillips, just leading that ball there for Lucas. Lucas doing a great job on this out-of-system play, tracking the ball all the way across the court and finding a solution, swinging high hands down the line.
Front court Rowan, get it to David Decker, who has been unstoppable here in set 1. 5 for 5 for Decker, as the Bruins are now hitting right around 700 as they team with that kill. They go up 5.
Decker challenging that one blocker up. Matadors trying to dive into that angle, but Decker's arm was too fast, being able to tool high hands.
John Hawks, of course, head coach. Second go around for him, second season here at UCLA. Right side Phillips. Jalen Phillips running hot out of the gate, 5 for 7.
Where Phillips is contacting that ball as a back row attacker, mind you, as a back row attacker, these athletes have to take off behind the 10-foot line or the 3-meter line, but they can contact and land inside of it. So where Phillips is making hand-to-ball contact is much like a front row attack, broad jumping into that ball and swinging fast and through.
Here's Boaz Surson, a serving sub for the Matadors, 6'4" sophomore from Israel. Jump serve down the middle. Front row Rowan, run, Micah Wong Diallo. Starting role tonight after missing the first couple of weeks of February. Another look at John Hawks, second year. NCAA finalist a year ago. Got his Bruins rolling, one of 3 unbeatens in the country, UCLA, USC, and out of Conference Carolinas, Belmont Abbey. And that may end tonight, by the way. They got a tough one at Lincoln Memorial. USC, of course, with a tough one against UC Irvine.
It's so competitive across the board, all over the nation. I mean, it is really exciting to see in the continued growth of men's volleyball, NCAA, NAIA at the JUCO level. And we're seeing that at the juniors level. I coach 14 Rockstar, and it's so fun to see the juniors be able to look up to all these athletes at the collegiate level.
So here comes the younger brother of the Matador setter, Owen Doffner, Noah Doffner, a freshman who has definitely been serviceable for CSUN early in his career. Overpass dumped down by Jalen Phillips.
Nice little alley-oop there, quick play. Take a look here. Here's Phillips playing some heads-up volleyball, taking advantage of that overpass, throwing it straight down.
And Noah, 6'7" freshman out of Stevenson Ranch. Front row Rowan out to the left side, and Sean Kelly gets up there for the kill. His 4th, and the Bruins inching a little closer to the 25 number.
Kelly doing a great job of challenging inside the block. Watch as he goes thumbs down on this attack, seeing that there's 2 in front of him, wants to challenge fast inside.
Kelly back to serve, up 4 late in set 1. Ball taken over past Carnizas, that is out. And the Bruins continue to serve well here in set 1.
Side out percentage needs to increase just a little bit here for CSUN. They were able to increase it from early on in set number 1. Right now, their side out percentage is at 60%, the Bruins at 77%. But I expect CSUN to be able, especially with Lucas, with Carnias there taking the majority of serve receive, to be able to handle these serves, try and run that offense.
As the Bruins serve their 3rd ace of the night, now hitting .750 as a team. And they have taken 6 less swings than the Matadors, who are hitting an incredible .545, by the way. The Matadors come in as a team hitting .360, so .545 number, you can't complain there. But of course, as we said at the top, these teams are going to have to find a way to slow down the other. Let me take a look at the CSUN alumni. That is the coaching staff. Ryan Mason was on the team from 2011 to 15. Really nice guy, their assistant coach with Coach Michael, 22 years, and he was a volunteer assistant, by the way, for many, many years. There's Michael. Also an alum.
With Coach Edwards in his 4th season, CSUN has earned 7 national rankings since March in last year, 2025. Continues to elevate the program for the Matadors. Wants to get back to the Final Four where he was as a senior.
All right, Sean Kelly just served his 10th ace of the year, puts it in play. Phillips can't get it down. Bruins get the ball back. Sean Kelly, it trickles off the tape, and it kind of fools the front row for CSUN. Set point coming up for UCLA.
The Bruins being able to run down the middle on that quick pick attack and find success.
Nice crowd tonight, a lot of them now on their feet. Kelly serving Avila in the back, left side, Jalen, that does not go. Right into the net on a rare hitting there for either. 18 against CSUN tonight. We take you back a couple of matches ago. Number 1, number 2 from the Walter Pyramid, Zach Rama, 21 kills at .341. The Bruins in a reverse sweep. It would be one of 2 reverse sweeps for the MPSF, by the way, in a top 5 showdown in less than a week. Andrew Rowan did his thing, 45 assists. Sean Kelly, his first career double-double. I want to point out, though, what Zach Rama did. Slow start for Zach. He went 14 for his last 14 without an error in that match across the end of set 3 all the way through set 5. An incredible performance, and then the second go-around also for David Decker. Talking
with Coach John Hawks, I asked him, what was the dialogue like in the huddle after set number 2? How did you turn it around? He said, Rowan came in, talked the boys up, said, hey, let's just take care of our side, have one good play. One good play will lead to the next, will lead to the next. Rama being able to reset. We saw what he was able to do the last 3 sets, but I think that just speaks about the maturity level on the roster for the Bruins, being able to have that player-driven dialogue from the bench, turn it around quickly and earn that reverse sweep.
14 straight kills without an error in the pyramid, no less. Left side, Rama here high off the wall. That's going to go. Zach Rama just had the one swing in the first set. Didn't really need him, frankly. It's 765 the Bruins did in that set, but he gets a kill here, his second.
Matadors had a really great first set as well, hitting at .458 with 14 kills.
A little too long on the serve as the 2 teams swap sides here. UCLA now going left to right as we see it in set number 2.
Matadors want to be able to earn a couple more digs here in transition in set number 2. Only able to earn 2 in set number 1. Bruins had 6, and they were able to utilize those 6 digs in transition to earn those 14 kills.
Oliver serves the 6th Matador error of the night. And Andrew Rowan will be back to serve. Jump it up, and Rowan will hit the tape, and that does not go. A series of service errors here early in set 2. And we know what this Matador team is capable of. Down 2 sets in the Galen Center last week, and came very, very close to pulling that one off. Just had that one little hiccup in set 5 where USC went up 11-7 off a 4-0 run, and they couldn't quite get over the hill, but
The Matadors are playing their third consecutive ranked team this week. They are being challenged early on this season. Haven't even started Big West play yet.
Overpass there. Cameron Thorne says thank you very much.
Thorne just doing his job, taking care of that overpass, being able to step back to create that space between the net and the ball. Take a look here as Thorne steps back to swing through.
Rama's serve goes to Avila in the back. Here's Lucas on the pin. Sharp hit cross court, but Conley right there. Whistle, that's a Matador point. UCLA coming over. There's some hard swinging going on right now.
That was a fantastic dig there by Conley, sliding into that angle.
Conley's done a nice job in that blue libero jersey, averaging a little better than 2 digs per set. Cameron Thorne again in the middle.
Thorne has hit over 500 in all matches on the season and 802 matches. He is so elite, so consistent, because he's able to be up in the air on setter ball contact, beating any block in front of him.
And Thorne goes down the middle and meets up Carnizas there on a lateral pass that goes out. Didn't expect to see an ace on that particular serve. Kind of looked straightforward to me.
No matter what position you are in volleyball, you need to be able to serve and play defense, even middle blockers.
Now 4 different Bruins have served an ace tonight already. 6-3. Lucas can't get it down. Looking to dump it down. Favorine can't do so either. Decker on the right against 3 blockers. Over the block. Carnizas. And Jalen Phillips down the line and meets up Cameron Thorne there.
Phillips challenging that middle blocker and left back defensing. Tiger it. Great swing there by Phillips. Good heads up play, swinging fast down that line.
Jalen Phillips, 7 for 11, 455. Might be an ace here, free ball at best. Slapped over from near the back line by Conley. Albers can't get it down. Matador's on the move. Doffner runs the 2-ball setter kill. He'll do that quite a bit.
Great look there by Doffner, who stands at 6'7". So when he's in the front row, he is an offensive threat. That being his 27th kill on the season.
Well, jump serve Favorine. Front court, out of the back, Zach Rama. Overpassing out. Zach Rama bombs away from around the 10-foot line.
Good look there by Rama. 15 or more kills in 5 matches this season for Rama. Very impressive what he's been able to do.
Already the 3-time MPSF Offensive Player of the Week, and I would say make a strong bid for Player of the Year cross court. That is out. Not a good swing there from Avila. Missed hit off his fingertips and out. So Decker will serve.
Avila looking for high hands there on that big block of the Bruins.
Decker puts it in play down the middle. Doffner taken wide on the pass. Phillips through the wall goes Jalen Phillips.
Missed timing of the block on the Bruins side, leading to that kill for the Matadors. Great work there by Phillips. That brings him back in the front row.
Got about half of their total kills, does Jalen Phillips. Now hitting an even 500. Doffner at the service line. Good serve, better pass though, and a rare miss for Zach Rama. Feel like he'll get that 9 out of 10.
CSUN being able to go point for point here. They need to be able to earn another one here in transition, continue that pressure at the service line.
Just the 3rd hitting error for UCLA in this 1-point ball game in set number 2. Bruins won the first by 7. Rowan out to the left. Kelly, does the block go down? Matadors thought so. The ruling on the court is out, although Theo Edwards might use his 2nd challenge. And he'll use it.
Matadors challenging ball in. Take another look here with you. That ball might be in there on that sideline.
Yep, the edge of the ball, I think, caught the line. I was also wondering, Victoria, if it deflected off of a blocker. But they're going to reverse the call. Matador point.
Great challenge there by the Matadors, making it a tied ball game. with all three offensive threats in the front row. Lucas, look for him on that middle back quick attack.
Now just our third tie of the night. Only had one lead change in set one. Jump serve, Doffner. Ball taken by Kelly in the back. Rowan back to Kelly. Three blockers up. The Matadors are going to, of course, have to do more of that as the night progresses, with the Bruins hitting 765 in the first. Little tip by the Matadors. Long Diallo can't get it down. Phillips looking back row, dug by Rama. UCLA, left side, Kelly, another sharp angle. Wow, he is so good at that.
That is very difficult to defend. Scrappy defense on both sides, but it's Kelly who's going to earn that point, showing us that there is always more angle. Going 4-4, that wasn't a green light 100% swing. It was placement, not power. Just carving up, staying steady, seeing what the block gives him, and then going after it.
That's 5 Bruins now hitting at least 500. Now 517 as a team. Right side, Avila can place it in. Dug by Conley, run the middle. Long Diallo is going to be blocked. Grayson Albers up there.
Albers now with 20 blocks on the season, and it's because of his eye work. He's able to track ball setter, ball hitter. Watch, he's not guessing. He's reading, reacting, and pressing across that tape.
It's a freshman up there for the Matadors, who have both of the blocks tonight.
And they needed that. They needed middle blocker production offensively and defensively against these Bruins. And the blockers are absolutely doing that. The middles right now are playing discipline. They're using their eye work. They're not guessing.
Michael Long Diallo floats one to Lucas in the back row. Long chase there for Doffner to set Lucas again. 3 blockers up for UCLA. Left side Lucas. That's going to be a kill off of Rama. Jordan Lucas is 4 for 11. He goes over 200.
Great second ball opportunity there by Lucas, being able to go quickly back into the seam. It's a tempo set that he'll get in transition, beating that block, saying thank you very much.
Now there's Rama with the pass. Rowan looking for a 2-ball kill. He's got it.
Rowan going quickly over there. It was a tempo set. Good heads-up play there by the 6'6" setter. Just kind of getting rid of that ball quickly.
First kill for the Bruins setter, Andrew Rowan. All-American goes into the net, though, this time. Tied again.
Rowan has been a consistent server for the Bruins. He actually leads them in aces on the season with 20 to his name.
Been a fantastic server throughout his career here at UCLA.
Rowan 8th in the nation in serving, so watch for him this next time through. Try and find that service rhythm for the Bruins. There's Rowan, averaging 11.34 assists per set.
Out to the left, and Lucas has another one.
Lucas continuing to just get after it for the Matadors. Does such a great job of just getting his feet to the apex of the ball. Sees the set out in front, and with that tempo set, he beats the block in the seam.
Front court Rowan, backside Decker. That is dug by Lucas in the back row. He can play defense as well. Remember, he's had some time at libero in previous seasons. Decker over the wall, dug by Carnizas. Off balance Avila, and that results in the first Bruin block of the night, Thorne and Decker.
That ball needs to be covered on the side of the Matadors. That was a perfect opportunity to recycle the ball on their side. They have to be able to make that play. Take a look here. Recycle play here into the block. Needs to be covered.
Jump serve, Thorne. Yeah, and Doffner just didn't react to it. He was in the vicinity.
And especially going point for point right now, you really need to get in there, cover your guys, especially for the Matadors going against that big block of the Bruins. You need to be ready to cover every single play.
All right, serving sub, Boaz Surson. Now we're locked up here, 13 all. The Bruins are hitting just 125 in this set after a 765 set one. Halfway through it here, and Rama flying high. That is very pretty on that connection.
Bruins are hard to stop when they have a controlled first ball contact, all offensive threats locked in, loaded, and it's going to be Rama on that big attack, no block up.
Decker. Good serve to Lucas. Nice reception as well, and then Phillips to win the block. Boy, that's a great pass.
It's the pass by Lucas, absolutely, Darren, that allows CSUN to find Phillips there and beat the block of the Bruins. Watch for the Matadors to continue to utilize a controlled first ball contact.
Owen Doffner to serve, another tie. 14-all. We've had a series of ties here in set 2 after having just one in the first set. That one goes long. And I believe we're at the media timeout. Nobody has called one yet, so into the official timeout, UCLA 15. What he did at number 4 USC last week, also picked up 8 digs. Remember, he can be a factor offensively and defensively. Coming from Grand Canyon, where he played both outside and libero. Didn't see a whole heck of a lot of playing time, but was effective when he was in there. There's Wong Diallo. That goes, and again, you know, Victoria coming from the Grand Canyon program, who reached the Final Four. Lucas was a part of that. So this guy's got a pedigree.
He knows what it takes to win, and he really saw a lot of playing time at that libero position, being able to be in the trenches, control that ball defensively. Huge spark plug no matter where he is.
Kelly with the nice serve, now up by 2. Phillips work it off the wall. The deflection goes out, so give Phillips his, that should be double figures now for Jalen Phillips. 10 for 17, 2 errors, first in the building to do so. Avila, Conley, and run the middle, and there's Wong Diallo. That was a pretty pass, got some nice amplitude there, and right up the middle.
Sometimes it just helps to be 6'9", and that's how tall Juan Diallo is. A little bit of center hitter misconnection there. Juan Diallo catching his fingertips on that ball, saying, hey, good enough. A point is a point.
And Chris Conley at libero there, the redshirt junior from Naples, Florida. Terrific reception. 17-15. There's Grayson Albers in the middle. That was off of a Spencer Graves serve.
Albers doing a great job of just being a continuous offensive threat. Hits .561 on the season, making the right choices, being up in the air on setter ball contact, swinging high, hard, and through.
Albers serve. Rama now on the left pin. Going to be soloed by Jalen Phillips. One-on-one. Phillips block number 2 for him, and the Matadors are up 4-1 on blocking. They have 3 of them in the set.
Good defensive play by Phillips. When you're one-on-one as a blocker, you want to dive hard cross. That's exactly what he did.
Albers serves Rom in the back. We're locked up again at 17. There's Kelly out of the back row. It hits the tape, and CSUN cannot recover from it.
Kelly challenging the seams in the block of the Matadors there on that back row attack. All 3 offensive threats in the front row right now with Rowan at the service line.
Yeah, nice rotation here for UCLA. It's a scoring rotation, and there it is on the ace, Andrew Rowan. The Bruins now serve 5 aces tonight. And 5 different Bruins to serve 1. Timeout. Bruins are up 2 again. They're going to go up 2 sets. Non-conference. Number 1 UCLA, 10-0, best start since 2016. One of 3 unbeatens coming into tonight. Hosting number 17 CSUN. To take a look at the ace again.
Great look there by Rowan, being able to get on that ball. A little bit of help there from the tape. Caught the serve receive on their heels for CSUN, but 2 back-to-back real points to earn a 2-point lead for the Bruins, being able to put that ball away and then as well earn an ace. Out of this timeout right now, CSUN needs to just stay calm in serve receive, earn a first ball side out, control the first ball contact, find Phillips, find your middle, being able to distribute that ball offensively. And as well, play good transition defense. Right now we've seen the middles for CSUN be involved. We've seen consistent serving. And for the Matadors, on any given night, it really can be anyone being that star, being that spark, either off the bench or starter, which makes their roster so fun to watch.
The Matadors certainly continuing to get it done offensively. Coming in number 7 in the nation in terms of team hitting percentage. They're at .360 on the year. They're at .386 overall tonight. So that has not been an issue for them. It's obviously a question of stopping UCLA, and they're also getting outserved. 5-1 now on aces. 5 different Bruins have served 1. And the timeout works for Theo Edwards. 1-point game again.
Now, does Edwards get a stat for that, calling a timeout to force a service error? I say yes. I think that should be in the stat book, Darren.
Yeah. All right, Phillips at the line. And that's been one of their undoings.
Have to take care of that ball, especially when you get an unforced error on the side of the Bruins. You have to make sure that next play is in, especially coming into the red zone.
Yep, that's 1 ace and now 11 service errors for CSUN. That's been a big difference in this match. Coming this way, Favarim, and that's a rare miss for him and the Matadors. That almost always goes. Joao Favarim.
Favarim there in the middle, out of Brazil, has done a great job for the Matadors. Season high 7 blocks versus USC.
And that one got away from Zach Rama, coming up short.
It's go time for the Matadors. This is where they really need to push here, especially with Lucas at the service line.
He's got 5 aces on the air. Ball taken in the back by Conley, backside, and David Decker getting up there on this near pin. Decker is 6 for an errorless 10.
Great in system play for the Bruins. Decker being able to get on that ball consistently. Great pass. Rowan doing a great job of hanging that ball on the pin. Great set location.
Cameron Thorne puts it in play. Bruins are 3 points from this second set. Right side, Phillips is roofed. Wong, Diallo, and Kelly. Well, the Bruins
Kelly
finally
knows.
able to get the Phillips there.
Kelly knows who he is prioritizing defensively, and that is Phillips. He does a great job of staying on his guy, bodying him up, going heads up on that ball. Take a look here. Being able to go heads up on that ball is Kelly, pressing back into that court. Juan Diallo doing his job of closing that block as well, making sure that seam is taken care of, that middle of the court is taken away.
Just the second block tonight for UCLA. The Bruins I'd still consider to be a good blocking team. If, you know, a lot of these matches I would say not overly impressive. If there is one stat where they're not overly impressive, maybe it's that. But, and again, the Matadors have gotten a lot of what they've wanted to do tonight offensively.
They have. They've been able to play both sides of the ball. Matadors with 4 blocks on the ball game thus far. The Bruins with 2. But the Matadors are staying with it because they're able to be consistent with a first ball side out. But just a couple unforced errors has given this little bit of a lead to the Bruins. Now, we've seen teams come back from down by even drastically more. But right now, CSUN needs to be able to earn this first ball side out, especially getting their middles involved when they can.
Now 6 of the last 8 for UCLA now. Remember we had those series of ties all the way up to 17 all. Bruins started to get a little separation once that red zone was hit, and now UCLA 2 points from going up 2 sets. Trent Taliaferro coming in to serve, puts one down the middle to Lucas out to the right. Little tip off the tape, turned around front row, picked up though. Rama played off the scoreboard by Phillips, and then off balance from about 15. Lucas can't get it down. Backside Decker, and a whistle. What's the call? Matadors, are they in the net?
I wasn't able to see from my perspective. It might have been a net violation.
That's all we can think of here. So 24-19, Bruins getting the separation into the 20s. Trent Taliaferro. That's no good. Taliaferro, the sophomore out of San Clemente, of course, the son of Brandon Taliaferro, who won a 2000 national championship here.
Sets front row for CSUN. Watch for them to spread that offense pin to pin. Phillips on that back row deep ball attack.
Crowd on its feet. Bruins still a few set points to go. Front row Rowan and Sean Kelly getting up there. A little bit of an unconventional spot, but it works nonetheless. Having another great night. Sean Kelly 8 for 12 with 1 air at 583. He's also dug 3 balls, blocked 1 other, and has served an ace.
Breaking down the stats through the first 2 sets right now, we're seeing that the kills are almost pretty much even, but the hitting percentage is really going to be what the difference is, and it's the side-out percentage that has allowed the Bruins to have a little bit more consistency in that hitting percentage category. Service errors on the side of the CSUN. On side of CSUN is allowing a couple of rhythmatic errors on their side. Now, coming into set number 3, watch for CSUN to make that change. They make really great changes quickly throughout the duration of the games that they play in. They know how to reset. That's one of the things that Coach Edwards was saying was, hey, after we played USC, we went back to the gym, and I'm so proud of this group because they kept their heads high, they wanted to get better, and they are students of the game.
Bruins took 8 of the last 11 points last set, but this is the same spot the Matadors have been in their last few matches, so we know what they're capable of. Bruins put a block up again against Phillips. 10-footer Lucas straight away. That's dug out. Back row. Sean Kelly. That's an overpass. Beautifully picked up. Rowan. Wow, wipe it off that front row. Andrew Rowan.
Rowan having some fun with it. Take a look here in transition. Rowan being able to play heads-up volleyball when he's in the front row. He's able to have that big presence at the net as well. Likes to swipe that off the block when given the opportunity.
Sean Kelly back to serve. First final is in the books already tonight, and that one is going to be an ace. Sean Kelly, a couple of aces tonight, 11 on the year for him. Let's see, yeah, they're going to challenge this. It looked good to me in real time, but we'll see.
Matadors challenging ball out. Let's take a look at this with you. Tough to tell.
Line judge calling it in. See what they say across the way. Hawaii tonight in 77 minutes. A straight set win up at Stanford. The Cardinal never got more than 17 in a set.
Wow. I look forward to calling that game tomorrow at Stanford.
On the back end of that series, and then UC Irvine took the first set over USC tonight, 25-20, back into that series after being first swept at home on Wednesday. Yeah, much closer than I thought in real time, that's for sure, and it's being looked at a little bit longer than the other challenges we've had tonight. I think we have an answer coming up.
Our referees being able to check multiple cameras from around the court, make sure they have the right call.
There it is out. Were you able to see definitively that it was out? I don't think I was able to, but let's see again.
We'll take a look
here.
one more time with you. Ball is called out. Point will go to the Matadors.
Possibly, and of course they're looking at it a little bit differently over there usually. Off the soft block, Wang Diallo is picked up by Doffner, right side, and there's Jalen Phillips.
Great block touch by the Matadors, leading to that controlled transition play. Block touches are so huge, and I think should be statted a little bit more closely. Those really allow for a team to control that ball in transition.
By the way, Theo Edwards has won 2 challenges tonight. Still has a couple to use, barring a set 5 couple to use. Really a good coach, doing a nice job up there in the 818, playing in the obviously very tough Big West. Albers, he'll set it up. Doffner out to the left pin, and that goes for Lucas. 6 kills for Lucas, second most on CSUN.
Great look there by Lucas, challenging high line. Good hand on ball. I love a good high line swing. Take a look here, Lucas, on the top of your screen, being able to get up and swing high and deep. Area 1 wide open.
Rowan will set out to the left. Rom a little tip. Phillips on his second touch pops it up. Lucas again. Now look out here, Jordan Lucas, another kill, and this is again.
Lucas is a fan favorite. I mean, how can you not, with his range, his ability, also how he just celebrates with his team and just stays in his zone.
Albers, ball taken in the back, run the middle, Cameron Thorne, that is out. Miss in the middle for the Bruins, and another Matador point. They have their biggest advantage tonight of 3.
A rare hitting error by Thorne. He's never had more than 2 in a game on the season.
Overpass. Doffner, backside. Phillips again, he's got it. John Hawks might have to call an early timeout. He does. CSUN, again, they are not uncomfortable being in this position at all.
Not at all. They like being the underdogs, and to be honest, they're playing great volleyball. 0 attack errors.
Left and works it off the wall. Jordan Lucas again.
Lucas being able to be an offensive threat in system and out of system. He does such a great job of tracking that ball up and over his shoulder, seeing what it gives him and swinging high and away.
5 in a row for the Matadors. It was 2-all. Now they lead at 7-2. Serve off the tape. Front row Rowan. Out of the back. Ball picked up by Doffner. A free ball sent over from the 10-foot line. Matadors off the net. Can't play it. By the way, in for CSUN in the middle, who's had some nice playing time in the past. Shane Nem, 6'4" senior middle out of Union City, Long Beach City College, as he transferred in a year ago.
Great defense by CSUN. Already 5 digs in this set, leading to their offense.
Rowan, that's out.
Matadors taking advantage of these unforced errors on the side of the Bruins. They're hitting .444 with 5 kills here in the third set.
Phillips standing deep, coming up, and will serve in play. Rama with the pass to Rowan. Get it to Cameron Thorne off the soft block, saved by Carnizas. Out to the left pin it goes. And now Doffner takes a swing, and they'll do that sometimes. As somebody said, Doffner on the left side. He missed that one.
He saw the high line, though. Lucas setting up Doffner. Why not?
He's taken 59 swings as a setter this year. Some of that out on the pin. Lucas, he's been running hot, but he does not get that one.
Lucas thought he saw that sharp angle there. It was open, just contacted a little bit too low.
Zach Rama at the line. Kind of a quiet night for Rama, but again, the Bruins have gotten things done in other areas. Cross courts, Conley keeps it alive. 1-on-2, and Decker, one of the pieces of offense the Bruins have certainly gotten tonight, 8 for 12.
Conley, the libero for the Bruins, laying out. Watches Conley waits and then flies, extends that left arm to keep his team alive to earn in transition.
Phillips over the block, picked up by Rama. Rowan, backside, Decker, and places it in the middle. Got a little bit late there by Hank Kaufman, who's also in for the first time for CSUN.
CSUN has to be able to read that play. It was an awkward out-of-system play. The Bruins needed to find a solution there, so that means it's going to be an off-speed shot. Take a look here. Here's Decker getting on this ball. Wing defenders need to play defense first. Phillips bailed a little bit too early there in right back defense. Got to play D first, then transition to swing.
Bruins now at the last 4 points. 5 of the last 6. UCLA overall tonight, 442. David Decker, 9 for an errorless 13. And Sean Kelly, 8 for 14, 1 error, that's 500. Jalen Phillips, 12 kills, 391. Jordan Lucas, 8 kills, 250. Matadors hitting 279 now overall. Well, a big one in this building tomorrow. It is in gymnastics. UCLA, number 4 in the nation, hosting number 9 Michigan. That could be seen at 7 Eastern on Big Ten Plus.
That's going to be a good, that is going to be a good meet there.
Yep, got a good team.
Matadors out of this timeout, need to work for a first ball side out. Set is front row. Watch for Phillips on that D ball attack.
Rama at the line. Bruins have pulled to within 1 after the Matadors had a 5-point lead, and there is Shane Nem. Very capable blocker off the bench.
Great look there by Nem, earning that first ball side out. Has 6 or more points in 3 matches for the Matadors. And this is exactly how he's able to just elevate and swing thumbs down, challenging that sideline.
Just his 16th set that he's been in there this year, but he is a .436 hitter. That one's going to go out of bounds. And Michael Wong-Diallo back to the front row.
This is where the Matadors need to continue to go point for point for the Bruins. They're able to create that early lead early on, but right now the Bruins, if you give them an inch, they're going to run the mile.
Cameron Thorne, no good. The Bruins have that service error bug now.
Matadors being able to find offensive threats across the floor. 3rd in the Big West in attack percentage as a team, hitting .360.
UCLA's 12th service error. They've been at 2 and 3 for a while, but that number really climbed of late. 10-8 off the fingertips of Albers. Bruins have it. Left side and cross court. Kelly does not get a touch.
That was good disciplined defense by the Matadors. Everybody was exactly where they needed to be. The block was lined up perfectly, forcing that unforced error on the side of the Bruins.
So Shane Nem at the service line, serves Kelly. Rowan back set on the move, and it goes to David Decker, who stays errorless on 14 swings, the first Bruin in double figures.
Great consistency by Decker, being able to just get on this ball quickly on the right side. Watch as Decker is able to step close to this ball. Being a lefty, he's able to challenge the block that much sooner.
Decker serving, well taken by Lucas. Nice reception, get it to Hank Hoffman. That's flying out of bounds, and the Matadors are coming up thinking that there was a touch. Theo Edwards has won 2 challenges already, so he can afford to use one if he wants. Gonna take a look at it.
Might as well take a look at it if you are CSUN. Every point counts, especially going back and forth here. Matadors are challenging a touch on the block.
A lot of times we'll see the team wave off the coach if they think it's not worth it. So they came up pretty adamant. So that's where you know that it
used to
might be worth it. Yeah.
Darren, you remember, if you could sell it, you might be able to convince a ref or two before this challenge system. That was a skill. Can't get away with it anymore, because we'll take a look here at this replay system here on the challenge. I did not see a touch on the block on the last replay. Ball does land out.
All right, so Theo Edwards is not going to win this challenge. Still has another one to use before a 5th set if we ended up getting there. David Decker has had a tremendous night. He's at the line as the Bruins are back within 1 and now tied on that ace, and that certainly looked good in real time. David Decker serves his 2nd ace. The Bruins have 6 aces tonight.
By serving line to line, that shortens the reaction time of the serve receive, and that's exactly what Decker is doing right now, challenging them with pace.
David Decker, 18 aces now on the year. Front court Doffner, out of the back Lucas, off the soft block, Connolly cover. And Zach Rama just does, well, they're gonna change it. Yeah, I think that's the right call. The up ref Tony Chan changed it.
That's the right call. That ball was definitely out. All three offensive threats in the front row right now for CSUN.
Puts Rama under 100 offensively. Bruins, by and large, have been comfortable tonight. Wong Diallo looking far sideline to tie it at 12.
Andrew Rowan does such a great job of his set location. Watch as he's able to be on the 10-foot line, but make this an in-system quick play. Great job squaring up to his middle, allowing his middle to find that attack window.
Kelly to Carnizas on the serve. Doffner to Albers, pick up. What a pick up there, right side. And Hank Kaufman gets it in.
Matadors being able to be consistent offensively. Great set distribution leading to that.
Like Chris Conley's been something else. Not just tonight. I think he's been one of the great surprises across the country, really, this year. Diallo, that's good. And, you know, that's been a question mark, right, for the Bruins in recent years, that libero position, the last couple of years. You know, after that first national title, didn't know where exactly that position was going. And
Conley stepped in swimmingly here. He has earned now 70 digs on the season.
Matadors run the middle, but Cameron Thorne right there to meet Albers in the middle, and there's a lead change. UCLA once down by 5 in the set, now up.
Good look, good patience there by Thorne. Watches he stays neutral and then dives back into that seam.
Front row Doffner, right side Phillips, sharp cross court, right beside Hawks. It's no good, however. The Bruins are into the net, and the Matadors are bailed out there.
Bailed out indeed. Another unforced error by the Bruins, keeping the Matadors in this ball game.
Tied at 14. After just 2 ties in the first set, we had 10 of them in the second set. Quite a few again here in the third, and out of the back, Sean Kelly, 9 for 16, as he goes over 400.
Bruins doing a great job of running their offense down the middle of the court there on that quick pick. Very hard to defend because that big attack is sitting right on top of that middle blocker.
Bruins called an early timeout, so no timeout here at 15-14. UCLA with 1 left, front court. Doffner out to the left, Lucas, 2 blockers up. Doffner on the cover. Carnizas set it to the front row. Phillips over the triple wall, picked up by Conley, and off the block. Again, Conley ready for the pickup, given away to Cameron Thorne.
Thorne continues to beat the block in front of him because his arm is so quick and the block is not set up in time in front of Thorne, leading to these kills by him.
That's 10 digs for Chris Conley. Ace off the tape and down. Andrew Rowan, the Bruin ace leader, has now served 2 tonight, 22 on the year. 7 is 18 for UCLA, and a timeout is going to be called by CSUN, and Andrew Rowan and the Bruins continue to serve very impressively.
Rowan doing a great job of challenging the seams in between the passers. Now, at this level of volleyball, that's so important to not just serve at a person on the other side, but in the seams. And you have seams 1 through 4 from left to right, and you really want to challenge them because that has to create talk and establishing what your roles are as passers in serve receive. And if you're able to catch the serve receive off guard and challenge them in the seam, you'll find aces, you'll find out of system plays, and that's exactly what Rowan is doing.
Well, let's take a look at our opposite comparison tonight. Couple of heavy hitters indeed. David Decker is 10 for an errorless 14 at 7-14. Jalen Phillips has a match high, 13 kills at 400. Both have been extremely effective.
Having right side production is so crucial for your offense at this level. We usually see the big dogs be those outside hitters, but the game of volleyball is really shifting to see more right side production. And if you're able to have a continuous Big dog there on the right side to take a lot more swings. That really helps your left side attackers to ease up and have more one-on-one opportunities, and it keeps any defense true.
Out of the timeout, Rowan will serve, each team with one timeout left. Bruins now with a 3-point lead, once down by 5 in the set. Off the soft block, Rowan on his knees for the cover. Here's Rama, popped up by Doffner. Lucas, gonna be blocked. Oh, getting their hands on Lucas now. Thorne and Decker. Bruins now with the last 3 blocks in the match.
Good block by the Bruins. It's an out-of-system ball. Decker does a great job of tracking it, getting his left hand in that seam.
18 looking at 14. Rowan off the tape. Ball taken by Kaufman. Coming this way. That is out of play right in front of Tony Chan, the up ref. And the Bruins extend out to a 5-point lead with 5 in a row from that 14-all tie.
CSUN needs to control the ball here on their first and second ball contact.
Andrew Rowan, big-time scoring rotation. Does not connect there.
Doffner, the setter of the Matadors, has done a great job this season of set distribution. CSUN is second in the Big West in kills per set with 12.89.
Phillips going out in favor of the serving sub, Boaz Surson. 6'4" sophomore from Israel, again part of the great freshman class that came in last year for CSUN. Bavarim and Avila and Delabosov. That one is going to be an ace off Rama's hands. Boaz Surson as their bench. Going to go wild on that one. Serves an ace.
Great ace from the sophomore. His freshman year appeared in 26 matches for CSUN.
4th ace of the year for Boaz Surson. Pulled it within 3. That one taken by Kelly. Backside it goes. Zach Rama picked up by Karnizis. They can pull it within 2. If Doffner taking a swing, almost got it to go. It's dug up. Out to the left and in transition. The Bruins get a point on a point that certainly could have gone either way. Doffner had a nice hard swing there. And UCLA gets the 20.
Bruins closing into the red zone here with Rama at the service line. Look for Rama to get up there on that back row attack.
Puts it in play to Lucas. Doffner back to Lucas, left pin, cross court. Conley one-handed, it is an overpass, but keeps the point alive. Another incredible play by number 28 out there in blue and gold, and it ultimately results in another Bruin point.
Conley has done such a great job coming on to the floor for the Bruins. He previously was at Long Beach State, part of that national championship team last year, transferred to be a Bruin, has stepped into this role seamlessly. Hawks said he is so excited to have him be a part of the program, and he really has just come in. He's a hard worker. He knows what it takes to win. And we can see it here, making big defensive plays.
In the net, that was one of the quickest looks we've ever seen here. Theo Edwards made a challenge there on a UCLA net violation, and it was successful. 3rd successful challenge tonight for Theo Edwards. And that's a big win because instead of 21-16, it is 20-17, and the Matadors still have a decent look. Front court. Run the middle, Thorne denied. Shane Nen up there in the middle, left side, 1-on-2. Rowan backside to Decker, and a block. Shane Nen and Big Hank Kaufman.
What great disciplined defense by the Matadors. Rowan was setting all options there, spreading his offense, but the defense was able to trust their eye work and just close the block. Great work.
2-point game, and that's the last thing the Matadors needed. A wide serve from Lucas, 21-18 on their 14th service here tonight.
Sometimes it's just placement over power there at the service line, especially coming off of a big momentum play, defensive play. You got to be able to string along 2 to 3 points in a row. Here's
Taliaferro. 1 ace on the year, jump serve, and almost got the sideline. And does John Hawks look at this? Close. This is on the opposite side of the court. They're going to take a look at it. It was right next to the Matador bench. Didn't have the greatest of views from here. We know it was close, so we'll see.
Bruins challenging ball was in. Good time to use a challenge here in the red zone. Take a look with you here. Here's Taliaferro on the serve, challenging the sideline. That looks out.
Yep, he missed it. By what we're looking at, this should certainly stand. And if it does, the Bruins will be up by 2. John Hawks awaiting the verdict. 4 points from going to 11-0. UC Irvine won the second set at USC. They have a 2-set lead again over USC, this time in the Galen Center.
We'll take another look here with you. The Bruins saying this ball is in on the challenge.
Not really sure why this is turning into be our longest look tonight, but see how it goes.
There's Taliaferro, number 9 for the Bruins.
All right, call stands as expected.
This is where the Matadors need to continue to play disciplined defense, especially with this great blocking lineup they have in the front row.
19 looking at 21. Shane Nem, little jump, floater to Kelly on the sideline. Will now swing and get a wide open middle. They left a wide open area, the Matadors did. Easy pickings there for Sean Kelly.
Great fast arm there by Kelly, averaging 3.27 kills per set, just being a constant there inside out.
Decker back at the line. Bruins 3 points from extending out to an 11-0 record. Front court, Rowan going to the right. Did he get it? Wong Diallo, he squeezes it in there on a tight play to the right side. Wong Diallo back in the starting lineup tonight, puts away his 6-ball.
Service pressure leading to that overpass.
Now the Bruins looking for their first 11-0 start since the side-out era, 1998. Left side, that's no good from Kelly. Mentioned it was their best start at the top of the show since 2016. 1998 was the last 11-0 start, and that season resulted in a national championship. Bruins, remember that. Sitting here, they lost in the NPSF finals that year to Pepperdine. There's an ace for the Matadors. Lost to Pepperdine in the NPSF finals, came back and avenged that, beat Pepperdine in the NCAA finals in Honolulu. Timeout. UCLA lead is 23-21.
What a serve by Doffner, just steel in his veins, being able to go back to the service line and rip an ace, challenging the Bruins there. Doffner has been consistent across the board for the Matadors all season long, 30 or more assists in 8 matches, second in the Big West in assists per set, and he knows how to carve it up at the service line. Now 10 aces on the season for Doffner.
All right, Bruins, who are 2 points away from that 11-0 start. Take a look at what's ahead. We'll have the match for you 1 week from tonight. And if the Bruins hang on to this one, it should very well indeed be number 1 against number 2 again. Bruins hosting the Beach. And we'll go to UCSB on the 25th. Have a top 5 showdown on the 27th at UCI. And then MPSF play back-to-back with USC March 3rd and March 6th. Who knows? Both teams might very well be undefeated going into that. USC in more trouble tonight. They're down 2 sets again. They reversed them the other night, but they'll have to do it again tonight to stay undefeated. And out of the timeout, Owen Doffner is back to serve. And Matadors just served their third ace of the night. Doffner now with one. Jump it up, go down the middle, off of Conley, errant pass, but the Bruins will keep it in play, but it is bumped over on a free ball from the back row. Matadors can pull to within one with Jalen Phillips, leaving no room for a dig.
Doffner controlling the service line, getting the Bruins out of system to earn a free ball transition kill.
14 kills for Phillips, but you're right, that all started with the serve of Owen Doffner. Coming out of the wire in set three, errant pass again. Overpass, Matadors should have tied it right there. Instead, no communication, and the ball drops on a free ball going across the scores table. And instead of 23-all, the Bruins will have a couple of match points. Look at this. Andrew Rowan. Everyone's just standing and watching, and now it's the crowd that's standing on match point number one. Doffner out to the left. Phillips, two blockers up. Lucas off balance, free ball back over. Bruins might get a swing here for the match. Rowan in the middle, long Diallo, it is out. Wow, he had a wide open back row and missed it. Matadors are gonna stay in it. Let's see, Hawks is not completely sold yet. Talking with the down ref, does he let it go? Looks like it. Early challenge, he's gonna challenge a possible touch. Didn't see it, did not see it in real time. I think he just missed it, we'll see.
Matadors have to take care of the ball on their side. There should be no communication errors on free balls. Libero always has to take that, but it's how the Matadors responded after that. They were able to go back and potentially earn this unforced error. Let's take another look with you here. Here's Juan Diallo up on the quick attack.
Nothing definitive there for sure. Oh, wow. The Bruins, that's the match then. The Bruins, they pointed UCLA's way that there was a touch, certainly did not.
So here's the thing. The Bruins challenged block touch, not ball in.
Right. And she saw a touch. I certainly didn't see it over here. She saw it over there, so that is the match. Did not think at all that would have been reversed at all.
Matadors coming out playing great volleyball on their side of the net, being able to earn real points in transition. But at the end of the day, the #1 team in the nation just came out, did their job, showed us exactly how they're first in the nation in attack percentage, kills per set, assists per set, being able to spread that offense. But the Matadors showed us that they're here to play. They know what it takes to win at this level. They're going into the trenches in their practice gym, learning every single time they are on the floor, and showed some great rallies here this evening.